Shauni does not want to be a first lady. She wants the attention that comes with it. And she did not marry into the ministry. She married into the moment, because you do not get to lead women into prayer on Sunday and lead them into dysfunction on Monday night.
Has Shauni literally used her first woman title?
Because a woman who is truly called into ministry wouldn't still be producing a show that glamorizes violence, promotes generational curses, and dysfunction. That is not ministry. That is confusion. And she is trying to keep one foot in the church and another foot in the chaos.
We keep assuming that if someone marries a pastor, they automatically inherit a pulpit or a mantle. But marriage does not equal ministry, and titles do not mean oil. Some of y'all done slept that title first lady on this woman without asking if she wanted it in the first place. And I'm going to tell you that she didn't. She has admitted time and time again on her husband's podcast here on YouTube that she does not want the title of a first lady. And now some people are mad that she's not living up to the title of a first lady.
You've been doing Basketball Wives for years, right? Like, this is like your brand, okay? You are now a first lady, okay? Yeah, so like this Jackie and her daughter thing, what is this?
But so many people are stuck in tradition that they gave her that title out of tradition. In other words, that's a man-made title. So when you assign weight to something God did not ordain, don't be surprised when you end up disappointed. A lot of this outrage that you see on TikTok isn't about sin. It's about the expectations that you have for this woman because she's married to a pastor. You expected Shauni to be a certain kind of woman the moment she said, "I do" to her pastor husband. But did she ever tell y'all that she was called to be that? She never asked to be a first lady. Y'all gave her that title. I have not heard Shauni call herself a first lady. I've heard her reject the title of a first lady, and she's done it publicly and in front of her husband. And now what's so crazy is that people expect for her to live up to that image of what a pastor's wife should be. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, putting those labels on people, it's unfair, and honestly, it's not biblical. I wouldn't want somebody to put a title on me that I don't see myself as that. And that's exactly what Shauni is saying. That's why she hasn't come out with a statement regarding the last episode of Basketball Wives when it came to Chantel and her mama Jackie.
And she is still attached to it because it pays her bills. And I would think that your husband, Pastor Keon, would lead you and let you know that that is wrong. But I forgot, this is the same pastor who said that you won't be blessed if you give to the poor. So let me get this straight. You decided to air one of the most disturbing scenes in Basketball Wives history, and then you decided not to have a reunion. But there was a reunion for the season when Evelyn and OG was into it. The real reason that they are not having their reunion is because Shauni does not want people to call her out. Shauni is the executive producer. And what that means is she approved the cut, she signed the check, and she gave the green light for that trauma. And everybody is talking about Jackie and her daughter, but the real problem is Shauni.
Another thing that we can talk about in this video is Shauni wearing the title as First Lady when it benefits her. She's selective with the title. When there's a church women's conference or she's invited to a big ministry or a platform, she wears the shirt. She makes sure she wears everything she needs to fit that title. But when it comes to Basketball Wives, don't call that woman a first lady. She's just being Shauni. And this is how Shauni has been on Basketball Wives all these years. Her husband didn't ask her to quit Basketball Wives. In fact, he defends her every chance he gets. Y'all, I'm here to tell you there is no division in their house about her being a producer on Basketball Wives. So you know what that means? Some of us need to mind the business that pays us. It could be that some of the church people out here have stopped using discernment and have started using Instagram or TikTok to qualify people, or in this case, reality TV shows. Some people really expected her to drop that show and walk away from Hollywood and step into a role she never signed up for, because that's what you think a first lady should do. But that's not judging from the spirit of God. That's judging from tradition. Some people put her on a pedestal way too quick, and that's not Shauni's fault. People assume this, people assume that. They assumed her platform meant purity from all the stuff that she was in before she got married. And now you're disillusioned. And so we really need to stop judging this lady, at least some of us, because honey, we don't have a heaven or hell to put her in. But what I am saying is, be careful who you follow spiritually. Stop assigning spiritual authority to your life just because someone is married to someone with a pastor's title. Look at the fruit of their life. Look at their conduct, not just their ring, not just their lifestyle or the things that you see on social media. And let me say this last thing before I wrap up this video. There are believers in Hollywood, people who are truly called to those spaces, and they don't compromise the word of God. Yes, God does use people behind the scene who are mighty women and men of God. And when something like this happens between Chantel and Jackie, they say I want no parts of it because they know who they are and who they belong to. So before you get mad at Shauni, ask yourself the question, did I use discernment when I started speaking against this lady and her marriage and her position that she holds in the church? Or did I just get excited that a celebrity married a pastor? So y'all, those are my thoughts. I look forward to reading yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.